Welcome to Now That's a Fact. No other way, taking heed, always thinking spiritually, sensibly, soberly. Action, feedback, adjustment, clarity, truth. Now that's a fact. I'm back at it. Can't stop, won't stop. Come on, holler at your boy. Today we're discussing the importance of thinking. I think, therefore I am. So that being said, so when I'm not thinking, therefore I am not, I'd at least have to concede that I am not concerning all things relevant to my purpose in life. It seems like the Creator wanted us to be free thinking, intelligent beings within some very clear parameters and boundaries. So then right thinking promotes purposeful and or right living. Life. How did I get life? Life, Life. I am fearfully and wonderfully made, living impactfully faithful every day. So what direction am I heading in? Am I on the right road? If so, am I in the right lane? If so, am I traveling at the right rate of speed? Questions upon questions upon questions. What if I suggested mildly that the answer to these questions are inside of you? That is, they're inside of your mind, your headspace. So how do I keep my headspace healthy? A strategic mental and spiritual diet or appetite can be one clear way. Now that's a fact. Sometimes we get into our own heads by overthinking or by allowing destructive or uninvited thoughts to enter and to remain in our heads unchecked and unchallenged. Friends, it's not a bad idea to have a regular mental, emotional, and psychological, get this, garbage day. Maybe even twice a week, if not daily, where we eliminate the chaos, clutter, and trash from our thoughts, from our minds. Maybe we should even become the property manager or the landlord of our thoughts and impose an immediate eviction on derailing thoughts that have been squatting and homesteading in our minds for far too long. Rid your mind of thoughts that are of no value, that mean you're no good, or bring any equitable resolve at all. Is that possible? Of course it's possible. If it can be allowed to accumulate or remain, then it can certainly be eliminated or evicted. You have the power to do it, you and only you. Whatever you can believe is said to definitely be possible. I heard in a certain place, as a matter of fact, all things are possible to them that believe. Also, I got to tell you, whatever you believe, you're right, at least to you and for you. So let me ask you, is it possible? My answer is yes. No, I'm not saying it's easy. It's hardly ever easy. But I am saying it's certainly possible. And it's so much better than the alternative. You'll remember in the battle of life, the war wages between the ears. The fight is always fought in the mind first and foremost. Here I go again. Whatever you believe, guess what? You're right. Your ultimate aim should be to become what you believe, because that's exactly what is bound to happen. Let this truth become your conquest, your victory, and not your quandary, nor your calamity. Thoughts that you developed are a direct product of your core belief system. Whatever you think about, you bring about. And also what you consume mentally, emotionally, and yes, spiritually, like it or not, it's true, will be who you ultimately become. So as you formulate your thoughts, consider these four principles. I call them the four pillars of mental and spiritual and psychological stability: character, discipline, confidence, and assertion. Because I have character, I exercise discipline. When I exercise discipline, it gives me confidence. And when I'm confident, I assert myself. Again, character, discipline, confidence, assertion. When this template becomes my mentor or my mode of operation, which refers to the specific manner, method, or condition in which a system, machine, process, or person functions. This model defines the rules, settings, or patterns that govern how tasks are performed and ultimately how people operate or conduct themselves and their affairs. Innately, the way you are in one thing is the way you are in everything. Come on. After all, it's the same you. Let's just say in all the things that truly matter, the way you are in one thing is the way you are in everything. See, that's when I become bold in my identity, persuasive in my promise, and proven in my process. Where the mind goes, the man goes. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. The mind is the will, the intellect, and the emotions. Never, ever lead with your emotions. It is the most erratic or unpredictable of the three. The will is based upon character. The intellect is based upon wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. But the emotions are based upon feelings. Therefore, they are unstable as water. They rise and they fall. They go forward and they go backwards. They fly high and yet they suddenly crash. So as you can easily surmise, emotions tend to be all over the place. Again, never lead with your emotions. They will lie to you. They will embarrass you. They will mislead you. If you lead with them, you will be as unstable as they are. So then, can we agree that your emotions need the will and the intellect to guard, to govern, and to guide, and to stabilize them? Here is a bit of wisdom I'd like to share that a friend of mine named Jeremiah always says to me. Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord and whose hope the Lord is. For he shall be, get this, as a tree planted by the waters that spreadeth out her roots by the river, and shall not see when heat comes, but her leaf shall be green, and shall not be careful in the year of drought, neither shall yield or cease from yielding fruit. The heart, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? Here's the answer. The Lord searches the heart, tries the reins, even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruits of his doings, which are born out of a man's thoughts. Then my friend James likes to remind me when I seem to have forgotten it. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God that give liberally to all men and does not ridicule you, and it shall be given him. So can we agree that wisdom is the principal or most important thing when it comes to thinking. So therefore, get wisdom when it comes to life, and all thy getting, my friends, get understanding. I like to say it like this: wisdom is knowing what to do, knowledge is knowing how to do it, and understanding is knowing when to do it. Eliminating any one of these leaves a gap, a chasm, or a breach between you and your goals, your dreams, and your aspirations. Now that's a fact. Don't forget to take out the mental trash frequently. Stay focused, fixed on complete and ultimate success every day. Peace. I'm out for now. Now